Do you really code? Designing and evaluating screening questions for online surveys with programmers. This is another one that, well, let me just double check. I don't think, yeah, I can't get access to this one. Again, you have to pay a fee for it, and I couldn't. But the abstract says more than you need to know. Yeah, do you even code? By the way, how are you doing? And good to see you too, Ordinator. Recruiting professional programmers in sufficient numbers for research studies can be challenging because they often cannot spare the time or due to their geographical distribution and potentially the cost involved. Online platforms such as Clickworker or Qualtrics do provide options to recruit participants with programming skill. However, misunderstandings and fraud can be an issue. This can result in participants without programming skill taking part in studies and surveys. If these participants are not detected, they can cause detrimental noise in the survey data. In this paper, we develop screener questions that are easy and quick to answer for people with programming skill, but difficult to answer correctly for those without. In order to evaluate our questionnaire for efficacy and efficiency, we recruited several batches of participants with and without programming skill and tested the questions. In our batch, 42% of Clickworkers stating that they have programming skill did not meet our criteria, and we would recommend filtering these from studies. We also evaluated the questions in an adversarial setting. We conclude with a set of recommended questions which researchers can use to recruit participants with programming skill from online platforms. And inside of the very little information that I could find, there is an implication that some of these people went through a computer science degree, then claimed that they could program, and 42% were found unable to program. What were the questions? Well, I don't know. I can't get access to this. I'd have to pay. And I just can't afford it right now, bros. I can't. There are sometimes ways that you can get access to this information. They are not accessible to me. Let me put it that way. So, even if you say maybe some of the questions were not very good questions, and let's say it's even 25%, that's still a considerable number of percentage of people who say they can program who can't. I would also want to know how many people were questioned. What's the N on this? I don't know. So this would be something that I want to kind of keep on the back burner and see if maybe somebody else does like a meta review. Sometimes you can get meta analyses of these, and they will go over the details of the study. So I'm keeping an eye on this one, but this would be pretty damning were it a high number of people with reasonably good programming questions and 42% of them said they could program but they can't.